Welcome to The Explainer. Hey, if you've just been promoted to supervisor or maybe you're aiming for that role, then you are in exactly the right place. We're about to break down what it really takes to crush it in your first 90 days and beyond. So let's just dive right in.
So, you got the promotion. First off, congratulations. You've got the new title, new responsibilities, but what does it actually mean to be a supervisor? You know, it's a way bigger shift than most people think, and really getting a handle on the role itself, that's the very first step to mastering it.
Okay, let's start with the official textbook definition. You are a first-level manager. Your main job is to coordinate the work of your team, the folks who are actually on the front lines. The key thing to grab onto here is that you're no longer just doing the work, you're making sure the work gets done, and done right through other people.
This picture right here, it perfectly shows where you sit now. See that spot right in the middle? That's you. You are the essential connection point. You're the bridge between the company's big picture goals and the day-to-day work that actually makes those goals happen.
So, to be that effective bridge, you're going to need the right tools. In this first section, we're going to get you set up with your brand new Supervisor Toolkit. These are the absolute essential skills you need to start building from day one.
Your new toolkit really has three main parts. First up, you've got technical skills. That's your expertise in the actual work your team does. And hey, that's probably what got you promoted. Next, human relation skills. This is all about how you communicate, motivate, and just work with people. And finally, conceptual skills. This is about seeing the bigger picture. You know, how your team's piece of the puzzle fits into the entire organization's goals.
And here it is. This is the single biggest change you're going to face. Back in your old role, success was all about your output, your tasks. But now, as a supervisor, your success is measured by your team's results. It's about how well you can develop their skills. It's a huge shift from thinking me to thinking we.
You know, let's just pause on this for a second, because this idea is everything. You might be the absolute best person in the department at a certain task, but your job now is not to do that task. Your job is to lead and coach and empower someone else on your team to do it just as well, maybe even better. You have to let go of the doing. Okay, so you've got the toolkit. Now, what do you actually do all day? Let's jump into section 2 and look at your new playbook, the 5 core functions that are going to define your daily life as a manager.
The best way to think about these 5 things is like a continuous cycle. It all starts with planning, setting the goals. Then you move to organizing, figuring out who does what. Next is staffing, hiring and training your people. After that comes leading, that's the motivation part. And finally, controlling, where you check in on performance, which, of course, feeds right back into your next plan.
Now, even though all 5 of those functions are part of your job, let's be real. You're going to spend the vast majority of your time and energy on just 2 of them, leading and controlling. Why? Because you're right there in the trenches with your team. Your days are going to be filled with inspiring them and making sure the work stays on track. The other functions are super important, but these 2, they're your bread and butter.
So we've covered your skills and your functions. Now, let's talk about relationships. As a supervisor, you are suddenly accountable to a whole lot more people. And this next section is all about that juggling act.
I absolutely love this word, linchpin. A linchpin is the single pin that holds a wheel onto an axle. It keeps everything together. And that's you. You're holding management, your team, and even other departments all together. Without you, the whole thing can fall apart. It's a massively important job.
So, who are you responsible to? Well, it goes in 3 directions. First, you're responsible upwards to higher management. Got to keep them in the loop. Second, you're responsible downwards to your employees, giving them the support and clarity they need. And third, you're responsible sideways to your coworkers in other departments. You have to cooperate to hit those big company goals. Balancing all 3, well, that's the real art of being a supervisor.
So, you know the skills, you know the functions, and you know who you're responsible to. For our final section, let's talk about what separates a good supervisor from a truly great one. What are the traits you really want to build in yourself? Think of this as your checklist for greatness. A positive attitude? It's totally contagious. Loyalty means you make decisions for the good of the whole company. Fairness and consistency? That's how you build trust. Communication is key to avoiding confusion. And then there's delegation. This isn't just about getting work off your plate, it's about growing your people. Quick tip, start small. Delegate a low-risk task, be crystal clear on the what and the why, but let them figure out the how. And last but not least, you have to genuinely want this job, with all its challenges and all its rewards.
This quote just nails it, doesn't it? It gets to the very heart of the role. Your success is no longer about what you can do, it's about what you can inspire your team to do. Your job is to assign the work, trust your people to do it, and then, and this is crucial, celebrate their wins. When they shine, you shine.
So, there you have it, the skills, the functions, the responsibilities, and the mindset. This is your roadmap to becoming a really effective, respected, and successful supervisor. The only question left to ask is, are you ready to step up and lead?